Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Business Podcast, your source for all things business. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres to keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, to apply to become an author. So today I have on the show Robin Farmanfarmaian, who's the author of The Thought Leader Formula, Strategically Leverage Your Expertise to Drive Business and Career Goals. Robin, welcome to the show.
Oh, I'm so excited to talk to you.
I'm so excited that I could finally pronounce your last name right. It took me a couple of times. Woo-hoo! I'm like, well, we edited it all out, but I'm like, oh man, this is a good one. I'm excited. I like a challenge, and more than that, I like this book that you have. So, The Thought Leader Formula: Strategically Leverage Your Expertise to Drive Business and Career Goals. A lot of business owners, entrepreneurs, executives listening, and thought leadership is a big deal. So let's just start from the beginning. So, what inspired you to write this book?
Well, years ago in Silicon Valley, I'm an entrepreneur here, and it's difficult for a woman, as you've seen with, the previous Me Too movement. And I realized when that came out a few years ago, I was like, wait a second, I have a solution. Instead of trying to, ferret all this out, why don't we make the women and minorities and anyone who's ever been bullied stronger? And so by doing that, I just created a step-by-step program essentially to take you through the A to Z on how to become stronger and known for your brand. And in addition, it also helps drive a lot of marketing. It helps you ask for promotions or have stronger negotiating power and things like that as well.
So let's get into the book a little bit further. So we're not going to have time, of course, to go through all these. So what that being said, to the listeners, obviously we want you to go out there and pick up a copy for yourself. So The Thought Leader Formula: Strategically Leverage Your Expertise to Drive Business and Career Goals. Let's just touch on a couple of the topics, though. So let's start off with multiple revenue streams. So Chapter 2, tell us a little bit more about that, please.
Sure. So you really have to come up with the goal, like why do you want to be a thought leader? What is that going to drive? Because being a thought leader in and of itself is not going to pay the bills. No one is going to pay you to put that up on your LinkedIn. What it does is it drives things to your revenue streams. So is that your salary? Is that some consulting work on the side? Are you a professional speaker, right? There are many, many ways to bring in multiple revenue streams. And so taking it, even if you are, say, a full-time employee, you can still make other revenue streams on the side as well. And that really helps provide that safety net right now in the future of work. Because everyone's a little bit scared, okay, is AI going to take over my job? Is the robots going to take over my job? Are we going to downsize? Are we going to go out of business? This way you have other streams of income coming in.
All right, I love this. I love the title of this one. This is a business. Tell us more.
It is a business. So you've got to look at this as having, not only expenditures and revenue, but you might need to bring on a team. You can't do thought leadership on the side and be like, I'm just going to do this on Saturday afternoons when I have time, and I'm going to try and put up my own website, and I'm going to try and do my own marketing copy. No. This is a business, and in any business, you wouldn't have just one employee. You've got to think about bringing on the team that you need, and a lot of the time that's just going to be on-demand consultants potentially or virtual assistants, but people who can take care of the things that you are not an expert at, things like potentially website design or even just outreach for people.
Yeah, I always find it odd when people think that just because you have a name or you have a platform or something else that people just magically hand you checks. Like, it is work. It's a business. It's a business. The podcast that I do is books, everything. It's a business. And if you don't treat it that way, then it's, I think what's changed so much, what's changed so much is really what's at stake. So now when you think about these platforms, now when you think about these other things, like there's real money being made. So when you really think about it that way, and if for the business owners or the people out there listening that are thinking about going on that path and monetizing their expertise or some of the things they've accomplished in their life to give back, just think of it like this. It's no different than any other business. You need to have the same mindset behind it. You need to make decisions based on money and based off of where it's coming in, cash flow, all the same rules of regular, I'll say regular business, even though it is a business. It's just been under other terms in the past, like media or entertainment or other things like that. So now it's just changed a little bit. But for people that are in the media business, they know it. They know it's a business. They have millions of people that are out there selling ads and other things to keep those TVs that you're watching or Netflix or any of that other stuff. Guess what? There's a lot of people behind the scenes that make that happen through selling ad revenue and partnerships. That doesn't just magically happen there for you. That's not the way it works. So
exactly. You've got to assume you're going to be spending money and you're going to waste money just like a normal corporation, just like a normal business does. You got to spend money to make money.
I love this one. Content. Tell me more.
Well, really understanding what should your content be. So I take you through an exercise of identifying your customer avatars, meaning what are the attributes of your normal customer, right? Are they Gen Z? Are they millennials? Are they your boss, right? Are they your boss's boss? Who are the people who have the decision to put money into your revenue streams? Right? So understanding who that is and then doing content around what your market expects. If you are marketing to Gen Z, it's going to be in short form video. If you are marketing to Generation X, then maybe it's still going to be a lot of books and articles, right? Understanding who your market is and how to get that right content to them.
Where do you find a lot of people go wrong that you've seen that are out there trying to kind of go the content marketing route as thought leaders? Where do you find they typically go wrong?
They have no clue of where their market is and who they are. They just decide that they're going to start putting out content where they feel like it. And if you're not targeting someone with their language, with the content form that they prefer on the social media sites that your particular audience are on, or maybe they're in conferences and things like that. If you don't identify that, how do you know if you're even reaching them and reaching the right ones that will send money to your revenue streams? Remember, it's got to work like a business. Go where your market is.
No, I love it, and it makes so much sense. And you think about it, if people just treat it and think of it as a traditional business, like you would never say launch a random product in a random town in a random city, not knowing who any of your clients are going to be. Like you're not going to do
exactly.
it. Like you're not going to set shop at some store, take an office space, have it all built out, do all these other things, and then just hang a "Here we're open" sign. And all of a sudden the crowds are going to say, "Oh my gosh, they finally opened." That's not going to happen.
Exactly. I once did a podcast where I was recorded on video, so I went to their office. And they had a huge amount of high-end video camera equipment and high-end set, and they spent thousands and thousands of dollars recording videos. And I said, okay, well, where are you putting these up? And it was up on, the artist website where people can donate money. And I was like, wait a second, so what's your revenue stream? Oh, we make, $100 a month or something. I'm like, do you know who your market is? No. They were totally not prepared, and they spent thousands of dollars making these high-end videos. And then it just didn't feed any revenue streams, and it felt like it was tweeting it out into cyberspace, right? You know how like with Twitter you just put one tweet out and it just kind of like is yelling to the masses? Like that's essentially what they were doing. I'm not sure if they are successful at this point. This was about a year ago, so I should check in on them.
No, I get it. I get it completely. So, Robin, I can talk to you about this all day long, but we're just about out of time for today. So that being said, if somebody's listening and they want to learn more about the Thought Leader Formula or working with you, what's the best way for them to connect and also to pick up your books?
Sure. So just go to my website, robinff.com, and you can download the workbook for free. It has every single exercise and question I bring you through in the book. Just at the end of the chapter. And so that's all been taken out for you into a workbook that you can just use for free. And then if you want the explanations of that, of course, that's on Amazon or anywhere books are sold, actually.
Fantastic. Well, hey, Robin, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about all the great work you're doing and also the book, The Thought Leader Formula. Everybody out there listening, go pick up a copy of that. Awesome book, great insight there. Save yourself some time on that path and a lot of the bumps and the bruises that Robin's already compiled and put into this book to save you time and money and just get it done quick. So, Robin, again, thanks for coming on the show. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. If you got a lot of value out of this, which I hope you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Business, let's continue the conversation over there. So leave some comments on the video that'll be put out with this, and love to interact with you there. And Robin, thanks again for coming on the show.